Hello and welcome to Handsome Phantom. I'm Dustin. This is Brandon, the most glorious ginger, wearing that nice Metallica shirt. Vintage from 9th grade. I got the Shovel Knight shirt. It still
looks vintage.
It looks vintage. So today, I just read a news article. The Xbox 360 is officially getting discontinued. Microsoft is still going to continue to support the 360 as far as you'll be able to get online, you'll be able to buy games and stuff like that, but they are no longer producing the console. And whatever is left in the stores, better buy it now if you want a new one.
There's going to be a scarcity really soon of Xbox 360s.
Definitely, all the millions. Everyone's holding on. So, Brandon, I wanted to ask you, 10 years ago, when 360 came out, I was 12, I guess, if it was 10 years ago. I'm 22 now, approximately. So I was 12 years old. I was wondering if we had any nice Xbox 360 memories we wanted to talk about.
You know what? I do have a lot of good memories, but mine were much later in the Xbox 360's life.
Okay.
The majority of my experience with early Xbox 360s was at friend's house, and then later on, it wasn't until Modern Warfare 2 came out that I got the Modern Warfare 2 Edition Xbox 360. So I was very late to the party.
Yeah.
But I have many fond memories of early Halo, like Halo, like Halo 3.
Yeah.
Great memories on the 360 with Halo 3.
Now, I'm kind of on the opposite end of the spectrum. I was not necessarily a day one, but I was as soon as I could get one. In the podcast, we talked about how there was a huge scarcity. It was very difficult to find that Xbox 360 at first. And I had one reserved at GameStop. And they were like, we don't know when we're going to get them. You're on a list. You're kind of far down. And one day I was at Target with my old Padre. He's not very old,
Your old
but
man.
my old man. And we saw one, and I was like, that's it, get it.
Need to get it now.
And so we asked the guy, and my dad's like, hold on, I'm going to call GameStop, because he wanted to make sure he could cancel the pre-order.
Yeah.
We didn't want to get stuck with two of these things, but if you thought about it, you could have sold that other one.
Might not have been a
profit.
bad idea.
Yeah. But so at launch, I remember I had Perfect Dark Zero, which I remember thinking, I was like, man, these graphics, just amazing.
Just balls.
And it was one of those things where I was so excited about the Xbox 360 that, like, even though Perfect Dark Zero now is like absolutely terrible, I thought it was like, this is the bomb. And not only I had Perfect Dark Zero, I had Quake 4, which I still think is awesome. Did you ever play Quake 4?
I have not. Now, you know what? Now that I'm thinking about the 360, did you ever have problems with yours? You know how there was the whole... Did you ever experience this firsthand?
I did.
Or know someone very closely?
Yeah, so the red ring, as many of you know, big problem with the 360, and mine eventually did red ring. And something I would do, and this is something a lot of people did online, is that you would like bake it in paper towels. Like you would wrap it in paper towels and then turn it on and let it sit for like 15 minutes. And it was supposed to like reset the solders, and it worked too. But it didn't work for long. Like I did it and it would work for like another week and then it would die. And I did it again and it would lasted like 3 days until it just didn't work anymore.
You know what? That's actually really funny is because there was something very similar to that on the PS3, the yellow light of death.
The yellow light, yeah.
So, and I think it was a very similar issue with like some sort of soldering or something. And I remember when you said that, it reminded me of when I was looking up tutorials on how to legitimately fix it. And there were a couple that I saw that were like, they put them in a box, literally a cardboard box that was just the right size, and ran a hairdryer on the vents in the cardboard box.
It just sounds like a fire, like you're asking for a house fire.
For like 15 minutes, and they're like, it works great now.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, it could work great.
What was nice was because it was such a widespread issue, Microsoft actually, you could sign up and they would send you a coffin for your 360, and you would mail it to them, and then 3 weeks later, you would get your not a brand new, but a working 360. Yeah. So I did end up doing that. And then, so that one worked a long time. And eventually that one, the disc trace didn't pop in and out quite right.
Yeah.
So that was right around the time they announced the Xbox 360 Slim. So when the Slim came out, I traded in that bitch to the old GameStop, so someone else could deal with that issue. Yeah. And I got the nice sleek black one.
Yeah. I'll tell you, I was always super jealous of the Elites. Very late in the 360's life, my brother had gotten an Elite, and I was so jealous of the Wi-Fi capability because it was a pain in the ass to try and do wires. You know what I mean? Or you had to buy one of those $40 adapters. That were super janky.
You keep bringing up other memories. I remember because of that the Wi-Fi issue. My dad actually ran a cable. He put a little hole in the floor that went down into our basement where he ran an Ethernet. That went to the 360. He did that for me. My dad's just the hero of this story.
Hero of the video game.
Yeah.
But yeah, we ended up drilling a hole through my wall.
Okay.
And that's what we did.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was super jelly of that.
I thought of something else kind of funny. So when 360 launched, being 12 years old, didn't have a lot of money to buy games. And this was you got a game Christmas, your birthday, and maybe one or two in between if you're able to save up or trade in some games. And there was a period of time that I think was maybe 6 to 8 months where I owned one game on 360, and it was The Elder Scrolls Oblivion, and I was fine with that. That's all I needed.
That's fantastic, man. Yeah, literally, I was just thinking, what were some of the most memorable games on 360?
Yeah.
And I've been thinking about it recently because I've been wanting there to be a reboot of Skyrim. I probably have put that.
You mean a new title in the Elder Scrolls series?
Anything.
Yeah,
anything. Seriously, and not a card game.
Yeah,
not a card game. But,
or an MMO.
Yeah, but no, I was thinking of how many, literally hundreds of hours, and how many different characters, and the endless dagger building, just endless steel daggers.
Just get all over the place.
Get my smithing up over and over again.
Did you ever get you would get a bucket, you would place it on a shopkeeper's head, and then you could steal anything you wanted?
Whatever you wanted.
Yeah. Dude, that was great.
Fantastic mechanics. So
obviously you mentioned Halo 3, and the Halo series, very important to my 360 life.
So what would you say most influential, Halo 3 for you, right?
Well, honestly, when we're talking about the Halo series, I would say Halo 2 was the most important for me. Not a 360 game. Played it on my 360 though, thanks to that backwards compatibility. I think the one though that hit home for me the most on 360 was Halo Reach.
You know what? I was
game.
Just thinking about that. Some people knock it because it doesn't have Master Chief in it, and you're going with a separate team. But I had the most fun of any of the Halo games, and I played the most of Halo Reach.
Yeah,
but it was fantastic. I loved the way the multiplayer worked. It could be argued, but I thought the multiplayer was awesome.
Yeah.
The zombie modes were awesome. I did a ton of zombie modes on that game, and just super, super enjoyed Reach. I thought it was fun playing as the different characters. I thought it was good. It was amazing.
There's just so many great games to consider, and I know that some of the games we talk about are not 360 exclusives, and that's not the point of this video.
The point is looking back.
Yeah.
There might be a video montage at the end of the video where it's a black and white photo of an Xbox 360.
It's just playing
to 2016 RIP.
RIP. Yeah. It just, you think about Red Dead, Alan Wake, BioShock 2, BioShock Infinite, just
so many games.
Mass Effect.
No, and you know what? You really think about it is I think about how long I had my PS4, and it seems so much longer than it actually is. All of my backlog games that I forget that I played on 360. You know what I mean? It's crazy. We could even look around this room and look at some of the posters.
I know. Yeah.
Probably see things that we played on 360. So
360. One element I did want to talk about was Xbox Live was so awesome, especially then when I think the PlayStation Network was not very good at all. And just in our group of friends, we all played 360. I remember every night you get on a party with your friends. You might not be playing the same game, but you're hanging out, talking, just hanging out. Me and our friend Austin.
Yeah.
A lot of party chats.
Yeah, exactly. You know what? It's super funny how well Xbox Live had it on the Xbox 360. I mean, you think about it, PlayStation 4 is just getting some of the network things that the 360 had since we've been playing. You know what I mean? So it's really crazy how, I guess, ahead of its time it is compared to this next gen console is just getting features that were already on the 360. You know what I mean? And maybe that's, apples and oranges with Microsoft and Sony. But still, you know what I mean? The Live was awesome. Everything just worked.
Yeah, and I think the other thing about 360 was There was a good like end to it. There was a lot of good swan songs like Tomb Raider, Grand Theft Auto 5. I think really was the swan song for me. It's the last big game.
Last hurrah.
Which then, of course, the next gen version came out was way better. But
Which both of them were great.
Yeah.
For the time.
Yeah.
So.
And I remember I had my PS4 and I like wanted to play GTA, but it was like that struggle, like going back.
I can't.
to
Yeah,
that
yeah,
360,
yeah, exactly. And then you didn't have to.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. Is there anything we're missing here? There's just, there's a breadth.
Just
like the Kinect, obviously, is the black stain on the 360's life.
The Black Plague.
Even the obscure stuff. Like remember there was the HD DVD player add-on. Do you remember that? It was when there was both Blu-ray and HD DVD. There was a fight for which was going to be the dominant platform, and you could get this really shitty add-on for your 360 to play HD DVDs.
That's awful.
Yeah.
I remember there being a lot of really strange third-party add-ons. I didn't think of it when we were talking about the Red Rings, but I remember our friend Austin had like an adapter where the back of your 360 had the power cable, and you would plug something that had a male end that would go into that. It had another female end to it. You could plug the normal cord, and it like was an entire cooling module to keep your shit cool.
Yeah.
And I just thought it like made it way bigger. But I just thought it was so funny, just the weird stuff that came out for that. And, And then they had, not that this is new and not that new gen consoles don't have this, but I remember he also had the board type thing that would plug into the bottom of your controller, which was always super cool when you were chatting with people.
Yeah.
And
I think I had one of those, and my dog thought it was a dog toy. Chewed it up and found it outside.
No. Yeah.
It did not work after that.
But
anyway, so did you have an Xbox 360? Was it your console of choice? Do you have any great memories? Let us know in the comments what your favorite games, experiences was. There's just so much great stuff. 10 years. So here's to you, Xbox 360. Thanks for all you've done for us. We appreciate it.
R.I.P.
Make sure you like this video. Subscribe if you enjoy hanging out with Brandon and I. We got tons of great stuff right here on this channel. Until next time, see you guys later.